Livestream is a great way to boost your channel, and today we talk about how to use live streaming to boost your YouTube channel watch time. Here we go! Hello and welcome back to another video. If you're new around here and you're looking to start your YouTube channel, grow your YouTube channel, or push your brand out there onto the second largest search engine on the internet, click subscribe. Start creating. Now YouTube heavily weights the amount of watch time a channel gets against how well it ranks, how well it searches, and how well it would be suggested. So the best thing you can do is find a way to rapidly increase your channel watch time. And there is no better way to rapidly increase your watch time than doing live streams. Now before I deep dive into how to use live streaming to increase your channel's watch time, I want to know, do you live stream? Have you ever live streamed? Have you considered doing live streaming? Do you live stream on Facebook? Do you live stream on YouTube? Or have you ever been part of a live stream? Have you been part of one of my live streams, for example? Please leave a comment down below. Now, in light of the recent YouTube partnership program changes, you now need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time to monetize your channel. This means many YouTubers are out there scrambling to get as much watch time to boost up to that 4,000 hours to qualify to then be reviewed. So how does this work? Well, one, live streams include live human people. You know that if you're going live, the people that are in the chat that are making comments aren't bots. They are there to communicate with you. They are there to get live answers. They are there to ask you questions, for you to ask them questions. It's a good way to engage and build a community. What that also means is every minute that they are in that live stream is a minute added to your YouTube watch time. Now, if you're making videos on average that are 5 to 7 minutes long, and they watch half your video, that's 2.5 minutes to 3.5 minutes, and that's a good total. But if they're in the live stream for 40 minutes, you've immediately got more watch time out of them for that specific instance, that specific session. 2, live stream videos can be much longer. Something that you may have cropped from say 10-15 minutes in a raw file into 3 or 4 minutes into an educational video, you can deep dive into a little bit more. I know on my live streams, if I'm talking about how to get subscribers, instead of condensing it into a 3 to 5 minute video, I go into each detail much more details, maybe giving more examples, maybe picking on someone in the chat specifically and say, for you, this is how you can do it. I suggest doing it this way. I suggest sharing to that forum or this forum. 3, immediate engagement. Now, you don't have to do live streaming solely for the purpose of increasing watch time. It's a really good tool, don't get me wrong, but it's also a very good place to engage with people. It's a very great way to build a community. You get to ask them questions, they get to ask you questions, so you get to help each other. Which, as I said, 4, builds that community. Community is the thing that keeps your channel going. Community is what brings the same YouTubers to comment on your videos, the same people to support you, the same people that are excited for you, the same people that want to like your videos, to share you with friends. The community is what will sustain you going forward. A community is what you should focus on your channel before money. At the end of the day, if you're going to need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, right, you might as well make sure that you make a load of friends and build your own community, because that community becomes your little channel family, and you know that you can always rely on them. You know that because you see them often, that if you ask them to do something to help you, they're more likely to do so, rather than just drive by watching visitors that aren't really that invested in you. And tip number 5 on how to use live streaming to increase your YouTube channel watch time is recaps and replays. When you make a live stream, let's say you stream for an hour and you chat with people and you have laughs and you have fun, right? If at the start of the live stream you give them something, so in my live streams, normally for the first 10-15 minutes, I teach something. So in one of my recent ones, which I'll link up here, it was YouTube tips for beginners. At the start, I'm teaching you 10 tips on how to grow your channel as a beginner, how to set up your channel, how to pick a niche, that kind of thing. It then descends into a Q&A. Now, why is this good for replays and recaps? Well, because at the start I'm teaching something, then it has value on a replay. People can watch the first 10-15 minutes and learn those tricks and tips, and if they're not interested in the Q&A, then they can disappear. If it's all Q&A, some people are really intrigued in the Q&A, but maybe they don't learn a lesson, and because they weren't part of that community, they feel a little bit left out. On the flip side, you may have wanted to get into that live stream, but you just missed it by an hour. Damn! Now you can watch the replay, or now you can listen to it as a podcast, or now you can learn later, or maybe you can track back and see how far you've come, or in 6 months' time, that video is still relevant. It still has YouTube tips for beginners at the start, and it then has relevant questions afterwards. So in 6 months' time, if you've just found me right now and you've gone back to watch that live stream, hopefully, 6 months into the future, that is still relevant and it can still help you. Because at the end of the day, that's what you want to do. You want to bring people in now and into the future. Now, if you want to check out my live streams, there's a recap kind of playlist up here. Go and check those out there. Those are my tricks and tips on how to use live streaming to increase your YouTube channel watch time. For more tricks and tips, there's a free PDF up here in the description down below. Hit that notification icon so you're alerted next time I do a live stream. Subscribe, go out there, start creating.